instance.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think of KRS-One? ¿Qué piensan de KRS-One?
Oh, if you want to go farther back, then yes, you're talking about KRS-One. You can also throw in there, of course, African Bambaataa, but you can also throw in there the Poor Righteous Teachers, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy King.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And especially Rakim. Rakim, yes.
Big Pun is one that not too many people talk about. His career didn't last too long. But
yeah.
Listen to a lot of his stuff, man. He's spitting some knowledge in there.
He got some knowledge, but I took him more as an MC.
Yeah, of course. That's why I got to throw him in the conversation.
Yeah. Definitely.
Bueno, estábamos haciendo como una lista de artistas conscientes para tenerlos en nota y ponerlos en los comentarios.
Okay. And good music. If you're looking for good music too, J. Cole is always making good sounds.
J. Cox?
J. Cole. J-C-O-L-E.
Cole.
Yes, that him, you'll find a lot of good followings to him too.
Okay.
And Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Kendrick Lamar. If you're gonna say J. Cole, you gotta say Kendrick.
True.
Él es del 5%. Son raperos del 5%.
Yeah.
What 5% rappers, Gabe, I get this is a little throwback for me.
Well, for one, the Wu-Tang will be one of them. But you guys, see, the thing is, with 5%ers, you have to know the teachings to understand the slang. Because Rakim is going to speak it too. But if you don't understand the teachings, it's hard to understand the slang. It's going to go right over your head. That's what made the 5%. That's why I said that we made knowledge cool. Because you wouldn't even be able to understand Wu-Tang or Nas or Capone Noriega, certain MCs, Tragedy Gaddafi. These were all MCs that were speaking that 5%er talk. But if you didn't know the lessons, you just taking it as words and music and rhyming. When they were actually speaking history.
Es importante tener el conocimiento para poder entender las líricas, porque las líricas tienen mucho slang del conocimiento que viene del 5% de la nación, 5% movimiento. Entonces, sí hay que estudiar el conocimiento para poder comprender las líricas.
Ajá, así es.
Yeah. But the MCs we learned, you'll be able to find them.
The 5% nation came out of, I don't want to say came out like they birthed them, but they came out of the Nation of Islam. Like the brother that started the 5% Nation, he was a Nation of Islam member.
Yes.
He was a part of
Clarence Smith.
Yeah, Clarence Smith X.
13X.
Zulu King Che Guerrero, el 5% viene de la nación islam. Eso lo estabas hablando ya hace un mes.
Sí.
He was talking about that. He was giving a talk about the history, and he was talking about Islam and how many of the hip hop it was very influenced by.
That's why Clarence Smith did it, because the ideology that Elijah Muhammad it wasn't connecting to the people in the streets. It wasn't connecting to the youth. We're talking about the savages in the streets, but Clarence Smith was able to hit it with a direction, like I said, with the 5%ers, because he brought it to the streets. He went out there and was connecting with them. So you had to know the 5%ers. You know what I mean? They would literally walk the streets and would just constantly school you, because the duty of a civilized person is to civilize the uncivil. So it's my duty to help you. It's my duty to civilize you if you're uncivilized. So when you have that, understand that in the fabric of hip hop. Understand that in the consciousness of hip hop. So hip hop had a whole different essence. It was bringing a whole different frequency. When the devils or the commercial industry understood the power of frequencies, they put everything at a low vibration. That's when gangster rap came. Now we have the wrong influencer, because see, we don't understand frequencies influences the mind. It hits the pineal gland. So it's very important to understand that. But again, the 5%ers, when they came with their sounds, it was reaching the savages in the proper way. Let me say it like that.
Debemos aprender sobre el 5% para que podamos
I
civilizarnos
can
frente
articulate that better.
al conocimiento en el hip hop, que también hubo un conocimiento en el Islam o en los movimientos que no llegó a los salvajes y a los más fuertes pandilleros, que fue realmente después de, cierto, que estas específicas personas encontraron la manera de llevar el mensaje a las calles y desde ahí, desde las calles, entonces hacerlo florecer. Sí, necesitamos aprender. Colombia needs this information because we had, I was personally a part of the old school in the 90s, and when the gangster rap came to flourish in Colombia, we didn't know why. And it's just now, after I read an article about how they were promoting gangster rap to increase the population in the prisons, is where I put together. So,
Yes. Gangster rap was used to distract, trust me. Even though I can't, going back to that time frame, yes, I glorified it. But I was still young, savage myself. But looking back, hindsight, understanding how the power of music does influence, yes. It was devised on purpose to divide more amongst our people and to fill in the penal systems, because that's when a lot of prisons here in the United States became private, and they had to fund it and to fill those prisons. So what's the best way to do it? Hit them with the gangster rap. Now we got drill rap. Drill rap is even worse than gangster rap, and it's constantly out here in the United States being pushed. Now, do we have a conscious community? Yes. But that's because we reach to the conscious community. It's not what's getting played on the radio. It's not what's getting played on the TV. They're glorifying the music. This is why I say the power of education, the power of us talking, connecting with our children, connecting with our people. You'll be able to understand the traps.
Yeah. So, él dice, y parte de lo que habló anteriormente también era que le han bajado la frecuencia a la música y que están controlando nuestra mente con frecuencias bajas como el gangsta, donde se glorifica la música y se perdió el concepto de la música consciente. Sí.
I think it's important too that the 5% Nation, their presence in the community was different than the Nation of Islam. When the Nation of Islam comes into a community and they're wearing suits, that can lure individuals away. You have to meet people where they're at. So if you approach me as a regular individual and you speak similar to how I speak, but you can educate me while doing it, I'm going to draw more toward you versus an individual that's speaking so intelligently, I feel discouraged to even want to have this conversation. And I think that's the difference between the Nation of Islam for me and the 5% Nation. The 5% Nation would meet you where you are at versus forcing you to catch up.
Yeah. Okay. Sí, que es importante comprender que los dos movimientos eran diferentes, de la Nación Islam y el 5%, que había un lenguaje diferente, donde la diferencia era que en la Nación 5% se podía comunicar en el lenguaje de la persona, ¿cierto? Donde la persona está en el lenguaje que la persona entiende, sin necesidad de ser muy ilustrado, que es cuando ya la gente está en el movimiento mucho más complejo. Entonces, que la Nación 5% acercó todo el conocimiento que tenía la Nación Islam, pero al lenguaje callejero, al lenguaje donde la gente lo podía entender.
At that time, a lot of, when we say knowledge is cool again, at that time, the 5% Nations and other scholars in the communities, they would spar with knowledge. This is what impacts the community. When you see people, your people, able to have intelligent debates in front of you and show you that you can actually be just as intelligent, is what really changed the dynamics in the community. Because you see people who live like you, who look like you, you know, who are in the same spaces, but you see them as intelligent as you see someone at time because of the way they're able to get the message out. And that's what really changed a lot of youth and a lot of the community at the time is watching somebody of that intelligence still live in the ghetto. If you get what I'm saying.
Sí, que hubo también un aporte importante ahí, es personas de gran intelecto, de gran comprensión, educación y conocimiento, cuando intercambiaban con las personas del barrio, que las personas del barrio pudieran ver que personas tan ilustradas y tan educadas pudieran hacer parte del barrio, que todavía vivieran en el barrio. Eso fue también un momento, un punto importante, que yo creo que hay que mantener también.
Claro, mantener el conocimiento vivo en los barrios, en los guetos, en la calle, hacer práctico. Nosotros, digamos, bueno, tengo una pregunta y es cómo los latinos se involucran con el 5%, viendo que es más un discurso panafricanista. No sé hasta qué punto los latinos tienen una vibración directa con el 5%.
Eso es la diferencia de los boricuas de la isla y los boricuas de los Estados Unidos, porque los boricuas de los Estados Unidos se ven como ellos son negros. Ellos están aparte de esa cultura, porque nosotros sabemos que tenemos sangre africana entre de nosotros. Para nosotros, que crió aquí en los Estados Unidos, ese grupo, el grupo de los otros también. Los otros no ven nada diferente.
Ok. Excelente.
You got what I was saying, Gabe? About how he was like, oh, God, I just want to make sure Gabe got it.
Sí, muy importante también, porque viendo nuestra historia, nosotros tenemos sangre africana. Por eso es importante también resignificar a África. Y como la esencia del hip hop, de ahí viene mucho del código que se nutre en el hip hop, ¿no? El baile, la forma de graffiti, el MC, todo esto es un conocimiento africano. Y también, pues, de lo indígena.
Do you know Arturo Alfonso Schomburg?
No. ¿Tú lo conoces, Arturo?
No, no lo conozco.
Él fue un boricua que se nació en San Juan, Puerto Rico. Y él vino para los Estados Unidos. Y él hizo una colección de africanos, pero de
Make sure they get his last name, because I don't think they got his last name.
Arturo what?
Arturo Alfonso Schomburg. He has a German last name. His last name is German.
His father was black German. His father was black German.
His father was black German, but he's born and raised in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, because his mom was Puerto Rican. Yes.
Mom was Puerto Rican descent. When he moved to the United States, it was in the early 1900s. That's when segregation and Jim Crow and all of that was at its highest. Schomburg started the largest collection of African diaspora artifacts because he knew, especially here in the United States, that the one thing that we all have in common is the African diaspora. So now he has the largest museum on Malcolm X Boulevard in Harlem that is the African Research and Culture Museum. It's the largest collection of African diaspora artifacts from South America to the Caribbean to Africa, from Canada, from across the entire world, because he knew that we all have one thing in common, is the African blood from the slave trade.
Yeah, this is where Marcus Garvey and Elijah, all of them were going to get their knowledge from. She said, "What is the diaspora?"
Los descendientes de los africanos.
Descendientes africanos, ok.
Sí, todos nosotros en América, en los Caribe, nosotros tenemos un chin de africanos en nosotros, algunos más que otros, pero nosotros tenemos todo eso igual, que tenemos esa parte que conectan los otros de África, de Estados Unidos, de Centroamérica. Todos somos diferentes indígenas, pero los africanos nosotros tenemos more in common.
Mm-hmm. When we speak of community and common ground, that's that common ground right there. That's diaspora.
Okay.
And it's crazy because this just proves the point where you didn't even know about that, and that's something that we go by in the conscious community to inform each other of the connection that we all have. Whether you're dark or light, we have that connection. So this is what makes these conversations great, because understanding that when we articulate words to understand what we're saying and to comprehend it, then we can get to that same page.
Yes.
And just to, before, I know you're going to translate it, but just for the record, all our great civil rights leaders all went to the Schomburg Center to get their history, to get their knowledge. A lot of the 5%ers, the Muslims, they all went to the Schomburg Center to get their information. Today, universities go to the Schomburg Center. And again, he's an Afro-Boricua.
Yes.
So, decía Suby Toro que Arturo Alfonso Saba es un latino, pero de padre alemán, y que él creó una de las más grandes colecciones de elementos afro, ¿sí? Ancestrales de toda América.
Wow.
Y se encuentra allí, está llamado el Chamber Center. ¿Ya?
Es como un museo.
Sí, sí.
Museo.
It's on Malcolm X Boulevard in Harlem.
Malcolm X, okay.
Okay.
A very important person in history.
Ok. Muy interesante toda esta información que estamos acá compartiendo. Me gustaría que siguiéramos en contacto para compartir más información, de pronto libros, más escritores.
Mira, yo quiero saber más de Colombia. Yo estaba leyendo de Simón Bolívar y yo me quedé pegado con la historia de él y estaba leyendo de él. Yo quiero saber más de Colombia y de Centroamérica. Yo soy de los Caribes, pero nosotros tenemos conexiones y nosotros estamos divididos porque no saben las conexiones que tenemos juntos.
Claro, de hecho, hay una conexión profunda en la historia. Digamos, África nos conecta porque acá hay una muy grande comunidad afrodescendiente y también pues la lucha indígena y la cosmovisión indígena, todo el saber indígena. De hecho, los taínos venían a Colombia, a la Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta, a hacer pagamentos. Y los muiscas, que es la tribu de la cual yo, desciendo o habito en este territorio de Bogotá, que ancestralmente se llamaba Bacatá, ellos se encontraban con los taínos y los taironas en la Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta para hacer pagamento, y también se iban a Centroamérica. Entonces hay una relación entre estas comunidades indígenas.
Que los taínos empezaron en Venezuela y después llegaron a los Caribes.
A los Caribes. De hecho, hay en la Sierra Nevada en Santa Marta hay una tribu que son los Cogis. Hay como 3 tribus. Una de esas 3 tribus es una parte de los taínos. Es parte de los taínos. Está en Santa Marta. Bueno, ahorita no recuerdo bien si son los Cogis o los Arahuacos, si no estoy mal. Arahuacos. Ellos hacen parte de la familia de los taínos. Entonces hay una relación entre el Caribe y Suramérica, lo que llamamos Abya Yala, ancestralmente lo llamamos Abya Yala. Sí, cuéntales un poco mientras yo busco la bandera de Abya Yala, por favor.
He's saying that we are all connected from the Afro but he knows that the tribes, they are connected too, that they are proof that Taínos came down to Colombia and gathered there with Taironas, and that is all kind of a mixing of tribes that they were gathering. Suby Toro is asking if he can have more information about Colombia, and now Zulu King is sharing the banner. What is this banner, Zulu? Zulu, que está la bandera.
That's so you know you're proud.
Arcoíris. Esta bandera es de.
Esta bandera representa la bandera de los pueblos indígenas. Entonces cada color es un pueblo indígena.
Wow.
Es un pueblo indígena que se va tejiendo y va construyendo a Yala. Y cuando se unen 4 banderas de estas, forman la Cruz del Sur, que es una cruz que está en Perú. Los chamanes, los abuelos dicen que esa cruz representa el corazón de la madre tierra. Se llama chacana.
The heart of Mother Earth.
Corazón de la madre tierra, y le llaman chacana. Cuando se unen 4 banderas de los 4 elementos, fuego, aire, agua, tierra, forman una cruz. Y esa cruz es el corazón que está en el centro de la tierra. Y todos somos parte de este pueblo.
Yep.
Wow,
So this
that's
forming when 4 banners of those that represent earth, water, fire, and earth, when they are 4, they use Chicana, that is representing how we are all one.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
So I would like to ask, like, what would be the best way to exchange information during, like, writings or ¿es mejor escribir o hablar, like, para intercambiar información?
I would recommend follow. Do y'all have TikTok?
Yes.
Okay.
¿Tienes TikTok?
TikTok will be a good way to follow Suby. Suby does a lot of talks. You
Yeah,
want to learn? Yeah, he does a lot of good talks. I'm stepping new to that, but besides that, I would say for me will be TikTok and WhatsApp.
Okay.
I'll give you my hand. I'll text you my handle.
Okay. Estamos.
Gabe, you could give her-
I'm gonna give her all that.
Yeah, just give her my number.
Okay. Que a través de los números, del número telefónico y TikTok, Suby Toro tiene muchas charlas en TikTok.
Ok.
Yeah, el nombre mío en TikTok es Afro-88. Afro-Taino.
Taino 88. Okay.
I'm gonna still send it because you're gonna also give me your email to get to them.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
give her my number. Whenever you want to speak to me directly, I'm going to be honest, a call is always best. I'm horrible with looking at my messages or looking at emails. The best way to get me is a quick phone call.
Okay. Very good. It's just because you want more information about Colombia, I can update you about what is happening in Colombia and whatever that Zulu King also wants to share with you.
Ellos me invitaron para Venezuela para octubre, no. Uno de estos meses. Y yo no sé si yo voy porque es el mismo tiempo que vamos para Puerto Rico, pero yo estoy tratando de irnos más para allá, para ver la cultura, para preguntarme, like to be over there, enjoy everything, to educate myself, wanting to know different parts of the world, especially South America. We have a lot in common. Like,
Yeah.
I agree with Zulu King. The tribes, like I said, they say Taínos came from Venezuela and traveled to the Caribbean. So we came from Venezuela. Imagínate todas las cosas la gente nosotros hicimos antes que fuimos para los Caribes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ujú.
Damn.
Así
Ok.
es. Bueno, esto da para muchas entrevistas más, poder hablar de muchas más cosas. Esto es importante porque para nuestros pueblos del sur, para América Latina, lo que llamamos Abya Yala, es muy importante saber que en este tiempo nos estamos encontrando diferentes pueblos, pero que tenemos un mismo sentir y que nuestro interés es conectar el norte con el sur. Y eso es prácticamente una tarea que tenemos que hacer como hip hopas, como activistas, como educadores, como artistas, como obreros, como pueblos en resistencia. Creo que parte de la resistencia es unificar a nuestros pueblos para encontrar un camino común en torno a la conciencia. Y la invitación es a eso, a seguir construyendo, a quedar como con la conexión y invitar a las nuevas generaciones, tanto en el norte como en Colombia, como en Sudamérica, a Yala, para que podamos seguir fortaleciendo el quinto elemento del hip hop y desde ahí consolidar algo que yo escribí que me gustó mucho, que es el intercomunitarismo es la base para crear la verdadera nación hip hop. El zig-zag-zig, conocimiento, sabiduría y entendimiento, debe dar paso a la conciencia de los pueblos. Esa es como la reflexión que yo hago para cerrar esta gran entrevista. No sé si tú, Natrix, quieres decir algo. Yo hasta acá creo que cierro mi intervención. Para todos ustedes, muchas gracias. Me siento muy contento con todos mis hermanos. Peace y hasta la victoria siempre.
Un abrazo fuerte. Hoy estuvimos con la bella presencia de Suby, Toro y Grabriel, y en realidad muchas gracias a Zulu King por invitarnos a tener esta reunión, porque se está profundizando en nuestras raíces, en conocer lo que nos ha sucedido para aprender del proceso, para continuar en el presente y para que construyamos un futuro juntos aprendiendo de lo que los maestros nos han dejado. Mil bendiciones, gracias por ayudarnos y informarnos de la noche de hoy. Seguimos en contacto.
Yes.
Thank you. Anytime you want us up here, you want to have a conversation, my door is always open. The form of communication is always open. Even if you guys need help with something, whether it's music-wise or whatever, listen, don't hesitate. Reach out.
I was going to ask that. Are y'all doing anything here in the States, or is everything focused in Colombia right now?
For whom is that question?
For both.
Que si tenemos las actividades todas en Colombia o acá también. We are in this moment, I'm working in music in this moment, trying to come back to music for awareness. That's like the subject. And Zulu King, ¿en qué estás tú?
I'm sorry, Zulu. Are you still based out of Ohio?
I am in Ohio, he's in Bogota.
Okay.
In mcnatrix.org, you can see some of my music and my history from 1994.
Okay. That's always the lack of information and lack of knowledge.
Well,
a lot of our people are not educated.
Before I get off of this, I cannot get off this live without referring this book. I'm sorry. I'm going to take this second to refer this book. This is War Against All Puerto Ricans.
Raise it up more.
By Nelson Dennis.
Raise it up more.
Sorry. Yeah.
There you go.
War Against All Puerto Ricans.
Make sure she got the full title.
Okay.
Yeah. War Against All Puerto Ricans. This book is the story of Pedro Aviso Campos and the relationship with Puerto Rico and los Estados Unidos. So I want to educate myself more on Colombia, but I just want to refer this. And I'm going to ask if you guys could recommend a book for me that I can go purchase and I can go read about the history of Colombia, if you guys don't mind.
Do you read Las Venas Abiertas de América Latina? The Open Veins of South America? That's a good one.
Where's it called again?
Right, I'm gonna go check that out.
Chávez le dio ese libro a Obama en una cumbre de las Américas. Chávez le entregó el libro de Las Venas Abiertas de América Latina a Obama.
The ex-president of Venezuela gave that book to Obama, The Open Veins of Latin America.
Open Veins of Latin America?
Yes, that book is super powerful.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that one.
Alright, I'm about to order it tonight. Open Veins of Latin America.
And this is a way to make knowledge of self cool again. This is a way we transmit information, share information, you know, especially for the youth. You guys need something to rap about instead of fictional stuff that you think people want to hear. You give more traction to your music, and this is not to you, this is to the youth. They give more traction to their music when they rap about things people can relate to. Not everyone can relate to popping bottles in the club. Not everybody can relate to going to a strip club. Not everybody can relate to having $1 million jewelry.
Que para los que escriben, un mensaje fuerte es escribir acerca de lo que la gente está conectada con. Por ejemplo, en el libro, históricamente ahí está la conexión, la gente está conectada a lo que está ahí, que no es necesario escribir acerca del bar y del trago y de las cosas pues que la industria musical está proponiendo.
Okay.
Tú lo puedes hacer, pero mezclarlo con otras cosas. Eso como necesita arreglar las cosas, no solamente una forma de música, cambiamos. Tú puedes hablar de eso, pero no olvides de las cosas que puede ayudar a tu gente también.
Sí. Clarísimo.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everything.
I appreciate you for reaching out, and I appreciate the conversation. Again, bridging the gap. I hope we can continue. So we'll be reaching out soon if you don't reach out.
Okay. Many blessings.
Many blessings. Have a good night.
Peace.
Zulu King,
peace. Peace.
Zulu Power. Thank you. Gracias.
Hasta la victoria siempre, Natrix.